There is a stadium sitting in the United States right now that cost more money to build than some entire cities spend in 10 years. We are talking about billions of dollars poured into steel, glass, and technology that looks like it was pulled straight out of a science fiction movie. One stadium has a roof that opens like a camera shutter. Another charges just $2 for a hot dog inside a building worth over $1 billion. And somewhere in this list, there is a stadium so expensive that it is set to host the opening ceremony of the 2028 Olympics. But here is the twist. This is not just about one stadium. This is a full countdown of the 10 greatest stadiums on planet Earth, and the one that sits at number 1 is going to leave you completely speechless. Some of these places let you walk onto the actual pitch and high-five professional players. Others have views so beautiful they look like paintings. And with the 2026 FIFA World Cup happening right now, several of these stadiums are already at the center of the entire sports world. If you enjoy videos like this, please hit that like button. It genuinely takes a lot of time and effort to put these together, and your support means everything. Also, make sure you subscribe so you do not miss what is coming later in this countdown, because trust me, the ending is worth waiting for. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up to the most incredible stadium on the planet. Number 10. Lumen Field. Right on the water in downtown Seattle, USA, sits a stadium that proves size is not everything. Lumen Field holds 68,000 fans, but what makes it special is how close every single person feels to the action. Most massive stadiums spread the crowd out wide, pushing people in the back rows so far away that players look like tiny ants. Lumen Field does the opposite. The stands are built steep and tight, pulling everyone closer to the pitch no matter where you sit. The real secret weapon here is the sound. The roof and walls are shaped so that noise gets trapped inside like a bowl holding water. When the crowd roars, the sound bounces around and grows louder instead of escaping into the sky. Visiting players have said they could not even hear their own teammates talking because the noise was so intense. Seattle is also one of the host cities for the 2026 World Cup, which is happening right now. That means fans from all over the world are packing into this place as we speak. And if you think it is loud already, just imagine thousands of people from different countries all screaming at once inside a stadium built to trap sound. It might be one of the loudest places on Earth during this tournament. Number 9. Spotify Camp Nou. Barcelona, Spain, is home to one of the biggest football clubs in the world, and the VIP experience here is unlike anything else on this list. Instead of a normal lounge with couches and screens, the VIP area at Camp Nou is built right inside the actual club museum. That means while eating a Wagyu A5 burger, which is one of the most expensive types of beef on Earth, you are standing just inches away from Lionel Messi's real trophies. The golden Ballon d'Or awards sit glowing behind glass while you eat your food. They also have the oldest football boots in the world on display, boots that are more than 100 years old, sitting right there like museum pieces, because in a way, that is exactly what they are. The stadium itself holds close to 100,000 people, making it one of the largest football venues on the planet. When the crowd erupts, the sound does not just hit your ears, it hits your entire chest. Mixing that kind of history with that kind of atmosphere is what makes Camp Nou one of a kind. Number 8. Wembley Stadium. London, England, is home to the most famous stadium in world football. It is the venue every fan dreams of visiting at least once, and it hosted the legendary Sidemen charity match that brought the biggest creators on YouTube together on one pitch. The VIP experience is all about comfort. The seats are wrapped in premium padded leather that feels more like sitting in a luxury car than a stadium seat. The YouTube creator box gives a view so close to the pitch that it feels like standing right next to the coaches. But Wembley has a problem, and it is a big one. The stadium holds 90,000 people, and if you are not sitting in a VIP section, you are placed so high up that people joke you are basically sitting in the sky. The players look tiny from up there, and the connection to the game gets lost. It is the price of building something this enormous. You gain scale, but you lose closeness. Still, when 90,000 voices sing together inside those walls, it creates something almost impossible to describe. Number 7. AT&T Stadium. Dallas, Texas, USA is where everything is bigger and bolder than anywhere else. This stadium holds up to 90,000 fans, and the video screen hanging above the field is so massive that people say you could fit an entire apartment inside it. But there is a strange and shocking problem hiding inside this billion-dollar building. The stadium has giant windows on one side, and when sunlight hits them at certain angles during the day, it creates a glare so bright that it shines straight into the eyes of the goalkeepers. During American football, this is just annoying. During soccer, it could completely change a match. Dallas is one of the host cities for the 2026 World Cup, which means the best goalkeepers on earth are walking into this stadium right now without fully knowing what hits them. Some people believe this sun glare could actually lead to a high-scoring World Cup game, because keepers may not see the ball coming at the worst possible moment. Losing a World Cup match because of sunlight sounds impossible, but it might actually be happening in Dallas this very month. Number 6. BayArena. Leverkusen, Germany, is home to the football team that went an entire season without losing a single match. They call them the Invincibles, and their stadium matches their greatness in every way. The BayArena scored a perfect 10 out of 10 for food, something that almost never happens anywhere in the world. Instead of greasy fries and soggy pizza, they serve fresh salmon, perfectly cooked pasta, and vegetables that actually taste fresh. It feels more like eating at a fancy restaurant than watching football. But the wildest feature here is called the living room seat, a VIP box made by New Balance. It comes with a remote-controlled heated blanket that keeps your legs warm no matter how cold it gets outside, plus your own private TV screen right at your seat so you never miss a single replay. It is basically like watching the match from your own living room, except the greatest players on earth are running around right in front of you. Number 5. SoFi Stadium. Los Angeles, California, USA holds the record for the most expensive stadium ever built. $5.5 billion. Read that again. $5.5 billion poured into one single building, and nothing else on Earth even comes close. The most shocking feature is the infinity scoreboard, a massive screen that wraps around the entire stadium in a giant ring hanging from the roof. It is so enormous that players sometimes watch replays on the screen instead of looking down at the field. This design is so futuristic that SoFi Stadium was chosen to host the opening ceremony for the 2028 Olympics. Los Angeles is also hosting matches during the 2026 World Cup. Right now, meaning the biggest sporting event on Earth is currently taking place inside the most expensive stadium ever constructed. There is one small catch though. SoFi Stadium was built for American football, so the soccer pitch leaves small gaps behind the goals. It is a tiny flaw in an otherwise unbelievable building. Number 4. Estadio BBVA. Monterrey, Mexico, is home to the stadium people call the Steel Giant, and many consider it the most beautiful stadium on the entire planet. The secret is the open end. Instead of a solid wall of seats surrounding the entire stadium, one side is left completely open, revealing the Cerro de la Silla mountain rising up behind it. It looks like the stadium was built specifically to frame that mountain, turning every match into a scene straight out of a painting. There is a catch though. To get that famous mountain view, you need to sit in blocks 223 through 229, and you need to go during the day, because at night the mountains disappear into darkness. Monterrey is also a host city for the 2026 World Cup, meaning fans from around the world are witnessing this view for themselves right now. Just hope the weather cooperates, because visitors to this stadium once got caught in a massive flash flood right before kickoff, with entire streets disappearing underwater in minutes. Number 3. Gewiss Stadium. Bergamo, Italy, holds a stadium that scored higher than any other in an entire European battle of the seats, earning an incredible 38.5 out of 40 points. The seats here are the comfiest padded chairs imaginable, with legroom so generous you can fully stretch your legs out. At almost every other stadium in the world, you are cramped and uncomfortable. Not here. But the real shock is what the VIP ticket unlocks. You can walk into the actual locker rooms where players get ready before kickoff. You can stand on the real pitch during warm-ups and feel the grass under your feet. And when the players run out of the tunnel, you can literally high-five them as they pass by. It is the kind of access most fans only dream about, and at Gewiss Stadium, it is simply part of the package. Number 2. Estadio Azteca. Mexico City, Mexico, is home to what many call the Cathedral of Football, and for very good reason. This is the first stadium in history to host 3 different World Cups, a record that no other stadium on Earth can match. In 1970, Pele lifted the World Cup trophy on this exact pitch. In 1986, Diego Maradona scored 2 of the most legendary goals in football history right here, including the Hand of God and the goal of the century, where he dribbled past 5 defenders before scoring. The stadium holds 87,500 fans and sits at a high altitude, making the air thinner and the atmosphere brutally intimidating for visiting teams. Estadio Azteca is part of the 2026 World Cup happening right now, which means it has officially become the first stadium ever to host 4 World Cups. The history soaked into this ground is almost impossible to put into words. Number 1. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Atlanta, Georgia, USA, is home to the stadium ranked as the single greatest stadium on planet Earth. And once you hear why, you will completely understand. The roof does not slide open like a normal stadium. It opens like a camera shutter, with 8 massive triangular panels twisting and folding together like a giant mechanical flower blooming above the crowd. It looks like something from a science fiction film, except it is real, and it works perfectly every single time. Then comes the part that truly shocks people. The owner of this billion-dollar stadium made a decision almost no other stadium owner has ever made. He refused to rip fans off. You can buy a hot dog for just $2 inside a building that cost well over $1 billion to construct. Cheap drinks, affordable snacks, normal prices. In a world where stadiums charge outrageous amounts for a bottle of water, this place treats fans like actual human beings. For the 2026 World Cup, currently underway, they went even further, spending $200 million on upgrades, including a brand new natural grass pitch and state-of-the-art LED lighting systems that turn the entire stadium into a glowing spectacle at night. Atlanta is one of the biggest host cities for this World Cup, and fans walking into this building right now are having their minds completely blown. A camera shutter roof, $2 hot dogs, and $200 million in brand new upgrades. This is why Mercedes-Benz Stadium sits at number 1, and this is the billion-dollar stadium that will leave you speechless. If you made it all the way to the end, you are amazing. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Which of these 10 stadiums would you want to visit the most? Drop your answer in the comments below.